I know. Only got like one in before I
That
immediately
it's
like.
like it's Priska all over again.
Yeah,
Could have done it. Could have went the distance. Got your heart taken
immediately.
Well,
immediately.
heart taken what my Priska's girlfriend beat the shit out of her. She's just like, you
How
know
many
what?
people?
I'm into this.
Margot could have been that too, but no.
No, she
Wow.
couldn't. She every roll of charisma was failed in mechanically wise.
I just like the idea that Margot's just really awkward, but it's like that's cute.
Margot's got that undying, indomitable human
Yes.
spirit about her. I'd
She,
say.
she has.
Truth is, like we met you once, and we're like, yeah, we'd probably kill somebody for her. How would we
Maybe
hide the
there's
body?
something to be said about the indomitable human spirit in Grunt's games. He'll make you suffer for it, but I think he likes those characters.
They're one of my favorite.
Persevere despite the odds.
Yeah, listen, trauma is one of those things that you either sink or rise above.
It's true.
That's why my Matt's character is the indomitable human spirit.
I'm so excited for the mask game. That sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens.
Well, in any case, Red, what happened last time?
Well, it was a wedding, a lovely wedding, as House Alos were on their way to, make ties with Nyx, as Scott was getting married to one of their wonderful daughters, someone he seemed to get along with, which was always a plus. As we made our way to the city there, with a bit of a sightseeing of the strange environment that exists in the Nyx's home. We got there and we didn't just invite, Daniel, Scott, Fiala. It looks like he had to invite his bestest man, Alexei, who actually went out already to go and explore the town on his own, trying to prove himself, maybe because he just didn't realize or got lost. But apparently he was somewhere in there, and they just didn't know where he was, and there was a bit of panic on that regard. Daniel didn't seem to be all that worried, and Scott seemed to be more resigned of his friend's nonsense. Though Fiala was a bit worried, as she would later on try to not necessarily push the issue, but to show her concerns to Daniel that if he does come back, we have to make sure that it's the correct Alexei, essentially. As with everything going on, we can't really trust faces, essentially. Though, even with Daniel acquiescing to her concerns, it looks like Alexei made his way back here, not necessarily on his own, as he revealed, as he had a bit of a religious awakening, coming here without his clothing and just with the robes and a lot of faith into this new idea that he was happy to explore. Fiala and Scott went across to question him to figure out what was going on, as he revealed as a strange man found him and led him away with a blindfold and told him to trust and showed him so many philosophical, deep ideas that he just wants to absorb and learn from. Now he has a new insight to the world that he just has to share with the others. And Fiala, of course, seemed to enjoy talking with Alexei, as well as flustering him as well, with Scott trying to make sure she didn't cause any trouble. As they told her to keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't mess anything up, as right now we have other things to concern ourselves with. With the dinner there, Scott was able to have a tender moment with his bride-to-be, as well as other conversations between Daniel and Damocles, as he revealed a hypothetical, what if I had a way to see a face dancer device, and would you be interested in that? And of course, Damocles said, hypothetically, I think I might want to one of those for a second. I have a bit of an inquiry, though we wouldn't be made too much aware of that, as I think whatever inquiry he had, he would later on return the item as something had gotten settled, essentially, as we would later find out afterwards. And of course, afterwards, we enjoyed ourselves, had a conversation further with Fiala and Scott, not Fiala and Scott, sorry, Fiala and Alexia. She seemed to, of course, say yes to his request for a dance, and he seemed to take that with determination, running off to do something unknown to her and unknown to Daniel, as he noticed his walk towards another direction, though he didn't seem to concern himself with anything there. And during the wedding, it was a wonderful affair, as the marriage was put together, the vows were exchanged, and, well, another member was added to House Alos, as the dinner party was going on and conversation was going through. Seems that Daniel noticed a new unintended guest, someone wearing Alexei's clothes, a figure who snuck in, and well, there was a raise of alarm as everyone went after him to find out what was going on. Though sadly, this unknown stranger was unable to be caught, even with everyone looking around. While that was going on, Fiala had a different party with Alexei, who proved himself to be quite a charismatic dancer, surprising everyone there, especially as he revealed that he was taking a leap of faith and that he wished to not let any chance slip through his fingers, as he posed to Fiala and basically asked her to become his wife. Fiala, well, not deciding to say yes to this as well. Uh, we'll see where that goes, as she took his proposal, and Alexei very happy so, as he had a ring, drinks, and everything's prepared as we enjoyed ourselves. Though we did come back to see the commotion afterwards. And then, well, Alexei would reveal with sheepishness that he had to get the ring, he had let someone in just to open the window, though most people are sure that he was more likely just a pawn. Though who it was who snuck in, no one knows, as even though he was told not to, he did give his deep apologies to Lady Nyx, though in doing so, he did see her doing her good work, essentially. As now, House Nyx is preparing to go top to bottom to figure out what was going on as best they can. As well as, well, Scott figured it out and told Daniel, I believe, that it looks like Lady Nyx may be expecting further family, essentially, as there was a moment of her showing off her emotions with Damocles' talks of family and children, essentially. And I think that's where it really ended. Fiala coming up and revealing that she is now fiancé to Alexei. Daniel, not necessarily displeased with the whole thing, but seeing as a chance to have further control and further power and influence. And, well, Scott with his new bride, as he will help her and get more comfortable when it comes to socializing, as well as becoming an equal partnership family. And even though Scott has his doubts and fears, Daniel did give, I think, in my mind, some reassurances to his nephew, even with his own lacking experience. I think that's where it ended.
Whenever I catch who did this, whenever we find the person responsible for this breach of security.
How dare he? I'm sorry. We don't know who it is.
No idea, no clue.
Who could possibly be?
But yeah, I believe you are returning back to your own city. It was a rather what you expected to be an uneventful wedding turned out into a bit more, but it was still an overall pleasant event. And Lady Nyx wouldn't be joining you. Alright, should actually let me update the name, because she's not Nyx anymore. But yeah, Althea probably is not gonna join you immediately, but maybe in a couple of days. She needs to like actually pack and stuff. So yeah, there's any. I would say Alexei leaves with you, but kind of like at in Yoreth, when your roads tend to split, because I assume Fiala, you would return with Daniel and Scott.
Yes.
But this is also a good question. Would Daniel or Scott approach Alexei about Fiala at all? Because you will take a shuttle to Yoreth together, more or less.
Yeah, Daniel would.
I assume this is more of a private conversation, kind of like.
It's a private conversation, yeah.
So after, as you kind of like land and start to split off, you manage to grab him a bit to the side. As he looks at you, you can definitely see his happiness kind of like radiating. His optimism is almost bleeding into you. It's that profound.
See, you and my advisor have matching rings.
She like has a moment where maybe some gears are starting to turn. He's like, I must insist that you do not take this as a personal offense, Lord Elias. I am a man that follows my heart, and it, this time I realized that my time is short and I needed to act. I do not wish to take away your capable advisors. That's what you fear. I would never try to endanger any of your operations.
You're aware of the Bene Gesserit's reputation, correct?
I know that they are women of great renown, wisdom, and skill. And I can, after speaking with my lady, she definitely more than lives up to that reputation.
Yes. Yes, powerful. Powerful men often like to take them as wives and lovers. Their skills are quite useful to those who pursue them in that manner. Just want you to understand, though, that while she may have agreed to your marriage, she will have to, of course, report it to her superior. I'm doubt anything negative will come of it, but well, the Bene Gesserit are a strict sisterhood. They do have rules that are to be followed. But that is
Do you
neither
think
here nor there.
there's any way to convince them? Think they would hamper this?
I cannot claim knowledge of what they'll do. While Fiala has been commendable advisor to me, the sisterhood itself, the internal workings, are a mystery to most, myself included. I tell you this just so that you know that forming a relationship with a Bene Gesserit means tying oneself to that order.
I would tie myself to the sun itself if it allowed me to spend another moment with her.
Yes. Just wanted you to know implications of marriage to one of them are. And on a more personal note, I will say this. I see no reason for myself to intervene in this. If you and her decide to be in union together, it does not affect me, but I will say she is a vital advisor to my house's efforts, and so I will retain her in that task.
Of course. I said I never intended on distracting her from her work. I would never dream of that.
Good. Just wanted to ensure that we were on the same page on the matter. And
Must ask though, would I be permitted to visit her? Would that inconvenience you too much, my lord?
permitted to visit her, yes. I would request that
See,
there is no surprise visits, at least.
you just like
Alert
you
me.
realize, Daniel, as you like say like yes, and then you like everything that you say after that might as well just be white noise, as you can see like the hope radiating from his eyes.
Yeah. As I say that, yeah. Seeing that it's not going, that at least if I say it now, it's not going to take hold. Oh. Daniel will bite his tongue. He'll make it clear a little. Make it clear at a later date when he's more amenable to listening. As Daniel will just pat Alexei on the shoulder. Congratulations, boy.
Thank you.
You managed to acquire a wife that the lords of great houses are lucky to gain.
Believe I've learned also a valuable lesson in life. Sometimes you must follow your heart and take that leap of faith.
When you know that there's an action you have to take, whether it's one you feel that has to be taken or it's one that you know has to be taken, judge your options carefully. But when you come to that course, when you've come to your decision, follow through on it. The second worst thing you can do is make a bad decision. The worst thing you can do is try to back out of one half. Once you commit to something, make sure you follow through with it.
There's a moment he just looks at you with like almost mystical reverence. And like the words just sinking in. It's you are indeed of course right. Doubt is in fact great weakness.
It is. Caution's a virtue. It's very easy for caution to become a paralyzing fear.
He just kind of like bows. Thank you. I shall take these words to heart, my lord. I never until now never quite truly understood the principles of fighting, how they apply to other things in life, but I think I am beginning to understand.
Good. Reflect on what you've learned and find ways to apply it to your position. Remember what I told you before. Mistakes only become a problem if they're repeated. And well, you seem to have finally found your way.
Kind of like nods as he like takes a deep breath and then like exhales. I shall be seeing you soon.
Yes, you might. Good fortune to you, Alexei.
Likewise, and be sure to congratulate your nephew again for me. It was a wonderful wedding, and who knows if I'm in Heraklion more often, maybe we can spar together.
I think he'd like that.
Does look happy at that. He'll like bow and take his leave.
Yeah. As he takes his leave, there is a thought in Daniel's head. There is a, solid 50-50 chance he took the wrong meaning of everything I said. But hey, that's just talking to Alexei. That's just talking to Alexei.
Also, I feel 50-50 is a good odds.
Honestly, despite all of this, Daniel does feel a bit more comfortable with actually trying to
I was
make
gonna
Alexei
say,
something.
listen, Daniel, do you think an incompetent man would be able to bag against Bene Gesserit? That's all I'm saying. Just think about it.
Sure.
Given what Daniel thinks of the witches, yes, absolutely, an incompetent man could get a Ben and Gesserit.
Yes.
Yes, Daniel, but what would be the benefit for Fiala to, like, for not for Fiala, but for her order with this schmuck?
Well,
the guy that
that
makes fish harvesters.
Well, that's what Daniel was trying to brace Alexei for. Hey, there's a good chance your Reverend Mother's gonna tell her to divorce your ass.
Daniel, you like, there's no way there. Like Bene Gesserit, if they marry into like major houses, not like no name schmucks. Like Alexei is a no name even amongst the no names. His reputation on the planet is in fact worse than yours.
Don't we have a pretty solid reputation though?
Yeah, but you're like a 6 month, like at this point, I mean, like 8-month-year-old house. Vodnik has a bit more history than you do. So, yeah, that's a problem.
But at the end of the day, that's gonna be a problem for the future.
Yeah. And I'll remind you, you only have a good reputation that you've just married into a proper house. So that gave you a lot of legitimacy.
Yeah.
So while mechanically, yes, it will actually take a bit more time for people to become aware of this.
All right.
But yeah, you Scott can like stay with Fiala as Daniel will escort Alexei to his own shuttle as you prepare to take the transit system, the mass transit, back to Heraklion.
So, marriage.
Hmm.
Kind of a big step for a guy you just met.
It is a very unexpected turn of events, but isn't it quite fun?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Didn't
going
you
to
just
break-
get...
You're going to break his heart.
Come now, my lord, I'm not that full of evil and spite.
Didn't you just get
No,
chewed
but
out?
your mother is though.
There is a bit of a frown on Fiala's face in that regard. I will make my case to my mother and hope that she can hear me out at the very least.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, your case isn't completely hopeless. It's not great, but if they want more influence on the planet, having us around and then bringing more people onto their side is not the worst thing in the world. If it means fucking over their friends, our friends.
I will not be. I try to be kind when I say this, my lord, but at least in many regards for my order, you as a house do not really carry much weight for them. It seems there is a bit of upset about certain turn of events. I live amongst you, so I can see the magie that exists under the surface. But for many of my house, this is an odd situation for everyone.
Is it possible that... Sorry,
I prefer to stay like that.
Hmm.
I don't want to be held in any esteem by your orders.
That is probably for the best if you wish to go unnoticed for certain things.
Is it possible you just don't tell them for now?
The
That would
look
make it
of
worse.
the look that she gives you. I think that will be for the best if we do not catch the ire of anyone of my order. Deceit and raw holding out, as you say, could lead to more suffering for not just me, but all of you as well.
Daniel, it's your call, but I could
I've
not
already told her that if there is significant pushback on this, she is her own defense. I have no knowledge of it.
Yes.
Behind closed doors, you have my support, but I can't risk more enemies at our front door.
I would not ask any of you to do such a thing. And I will say, even with my meager defenses, my mother's word is law. So if it is demand to break this off, I will sadly have to do as I am commanded. I will be as kind as I can be for Alexei, while I do
will
enjoy
say
his
this,
company.
Fiala. It's not really a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The only chance you won't be asked to like not do this will be like, hey, yeah, sure, you can marry him, I guess, but we're gonna like keep moving you off planet and placing you where it's actually needed. So
Hey, so you're married, but you can't see your husband.
it's like, yeah, you can just, it's fine. We don't care about him as long as he doesn't make a fuss about it. You're gonna have like maybe some problems with other nobles, but in that case, they might just kill him. It's
Yeah,
not
sure.
looking good. The future is bad. If the more you think about it, it's like, Mm.
If nothing else, even if my order gives me permission to make this reunion with Alexei, I still will have to sit him down and give him the reality of the situation he has found himself in. He is a fun person to be around. I would hate to have him
You
have his light be dimmed.
You'll have
What
to
is-
be blood with him.
I will.
The man does not. The man does have an ability to find interesting conclusions from the words of others.
I have noticed such a thing. But like I said, standing around will and thinking about the what ifs it will not be good. I would just have to do the task ahead of me and see what results lay.
We'll worry about it when the time comes.
Hmm.
For now, we have other things to worry about when we get back.
Of course, we have other celebrations to be at hand. You are also just recently married, my lord. One of us is
Ye-
married here.
Yeah. Daniel,
It'd be
the
worth
blind
having
man.
it done.
Do you think the
What
blind
is
man was a Talaxu agent?
I personally have my doubts on that. I suppose it is possible, but Talaxu, all that Talaxu were able to infiltrate, I don't think Hasnix is in more trouble than they realize, which is, well, luckily, Damocles will find one of those scanners in a smuggling operation that will be busted. So if they do have the Talaxu, well, they will have the means to defend themselves soon.
All right.
Well, as you are like standing there, eventually the train does arrive. As you board it, your journey towards home begins. And it takes a bit as you get to, well, it's not as luxurious as the private shuttles, but it is what it is. Economy class. As well, Fiala, as you do get on board, you just notice as someone just kind of like people are boarding in, right? And as someone kind of like brushes against you, uh, take a couple of steps, you realize there is a small paper note
Mm.
in your pocket.
Fiala would discreetly try to read that note.
It says to meet this person. It says basically in a half an hour alone in one of the parts basically of the train.
Fiala would definitely. I assume, does this place have like bathrooms or anything like that? 'Cause I
Yes.
assume it's a long ride.
Yeah.
Okay. After probably like 20, maybe 25 minutes, Fiala would excuse herself to use the restroom if that was be all right, essentially.
Yeah.
I will be quickly, my lord. The duty calls.
As you excuse yourself from the cart and kind of like leave, start walking through the hallway section of the train, and eventually reach the destination point. There's no one here. As like a minute or two go by before you see a man just kind of like stepping out, kind of like from a probably one of the rooms, you think. Now, I'll say this: you recognize the individual, at least the mask, the helmet rather, that kind of like covers his face is very familiar. You've met with this person once before in Heraklion itself.
He was our lovely intruder, right? Or guest, I guess.
Yeah, who told you not to mess with the aliases.
Hey, I did it. I didn't do it afterwards, I promise. But Fiala would do a little curtsies. Good evening, my lord. It seems that you have summoned me for some reason.
Have
Hmm.
I'll
What
be
can I help you with?
brief and blunt. What do you intend to do with the young Vodnik?
I intend, well, if I am allowed to marry him. It's he is someone quite unlike any other. I would hate to lose sight of him. If I'm allowed to, of course.
Your order would never waste a talent such as yours on a fool such as him.
Yes, that is true. But Lexi has qualities I think that they would hopefully be of interest. He's very talented. Possibly. I
He's
do
an
not
idiot.
believe he is.
Grew up on stories of swordsmen and damsels in distress.
He is. But he's strong. He's a amazing fighter, at the very least. And if
Has
nothing
no
else,
discipline, has more luck than skill.
true. But I would hope to entice them by doing the calls that they would find of interest, and since that he would be easy for them to control, a chance for them to have eyes in the city, things that they would feel would be more useful would hopefully be enough to make them see value in a marriage between us, if it's possible. I would be.
Any fool with half a brain can control someone like Vodnik. You either underestimate your order, maybe you're a fool yourself. No
All I
matter.
can do is.
I think I've heard what I needed to hear.
She does cock her head a little bit to the side, says, I hope it is good things, but I don't think you would tell me anyway.
You wish have an actual relationship with that man? Do you wish to, well, or is this a game to you?
I think Fiala really thinks about it. Like, she really is thinking, like, is it just me having fun because he's such a fun guy, or is it just something I really want? And I think, yes, I think I would like to try. If nothing else, isn't it every young girl's dream to marry a man from a fairy tale? She kind of laughs at herself a little bit there.
I wouldn't know.
Forgive me, nostalgia on my part. I thought certain dreams of my childhood had died, but apparently even then, nothing ever goes away.
Well, then follow your heart and see where this fairy tale leads us. And for now, let's just say that I'll give something that your reverend mother can chew on and pay little attention to you. As long as you keep helping, keep doing a good job, I see no reason not to continue this arrangement.
I know I may be a bit green, sir, but I do take pride in my work.
It's like a slight nod, and he'll just turn around and walk away.
Fiala would bow. Even with his back turned, she would do a little bow before at least leaving as well, making her way back. We'll probably wait a minute or two so it doesn't look too suspicious, but she would make her way back.
Yeah. You eventually make your way back to the cart. Maybe I should create a hater double role because I feel like both Jill and Zaz are being promoted to upper management.
I'll fucking kill him for this. This fucking bastard. He can't do this to me.
Yeah.
What did I do to deserve this?
You're hyper competent.
Like, specifically, what did I do?
Too good at your job.
Fuck it. If they're gonna dump Alexi on me, I'll make this man the most competent fucking left hand I've ever had. Fuck it, I'll do it out of spite.
Oh,
You are the
Max
NPCs.
right. I am in fact just an NPC trapped in Alexi's scene where he can't get out.
But yeah, no. Yeah. If there's any conversations you would like to have on the way?
I think Fiala would actually ask Scott mainly, not here on the train, but about something else. Mainly, if with his new wife coming, is there anything that she needs to be made aware of? Because I know you mentioned to her slightly about working on some skill sets about socializing for yourself. So she wants to know, like, is there anything that should I prepare for since I'll be
Yeah.
one of the few ladies there too as well for her.
yeah, you're gonna be a teacher. Yeah. You know how to socialize and use your ways to get the things you want. And I think learning, like, your skills top my skills greatly. So I think I can give speeches and I can be persuasive, but I think coming from somebody of your background and gender, it would come more fluently and naturally, if that makes sense. I'll teach her to communicate and be like persuasive, but I think you can teach her the other skills I just can't teach. You know what I mean?
Let me make sure I understand so there won't be any confusion in the future. Do you wish me to show her all my ways?
You can try.
No,
but
I mean, and she kind of like gets closer to you. All my ways.
yes.
Very well, my lord. I will make sure your bedroom will be the spiciest place that you can live in.
Oh, Scott's face goes red. Wasn't really thinking that, but
That's literally what she was thinking. Like, oh, I guess
yeah.
okay.
No, Scott was thinking very differently because this is just how Scott is, like all business. So he's just like, okay.
Do not
All
worry,
right.
my lord. This will be a good chance to. This will be fun.
Okay. Yeah, when she gets here, try to befriend her. She likes talking about how to kill things. You know how to kill things. That's a good icebreaker right there.
A woman with a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah. So just she's not gonna have many people, so try to get along.
Of course, she is the lady of the house. She is your wife, and she is a respected woman. Why would I not?
I don't know. I didn't think you were gonna marry my friend at my own wedding, so I
Well,
really
you
don't.
can have had so many interesting friends then.
Scott's just exasperated because he doesn't. This is not what he's good at. Okay. I got to go back to work, I guess, and see about paperworks and things. Are you good? Anything else I need to be aware of?
Things are well on my side, outside of the upcoming communication with my mother, which is, again, something I will have to worry about. I have no problems to report.
Well, if you need my moral unofficial support, I'm just down the hall.
We're in a train, sir. There's no hall for you to be gone to.
When we get back to the palace manor.
No,
He's
you
still
do have an actual palace. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's just this is Scott flustered and thrown off his game.
Very well, then. I did have one question that I wish to ask you without. Is Daniel around? Is he close by?
I assume he is in the same cart unless
Yeah.
he.
Yeah. I think she would look at Daniel as he was said this. With the successful marriage of Lord Scott here. My lord, or you have any plans for your future as well?
That is something I will look into.
Very well, then. You're not worried, my lord. Everything will be all right. He kind of pats you on the shoulder.
Yeah, Scott's like 18, 19 years old, so he still has that immaturity. So he just like looks down and says thank you.
Yeah, and as you eventually arrive back in Heraklion, and like your escort picks you up from the train station and starts driving you to the city. There is a message from Zivka waiting for you, Daniel.
Daniel will take it.
My lord, I heard you came back into the city. I do apologize for calling you so early. Just wanted to give you a short status update. Things are going smoothly at the construction site, but that's about to change. I hear Peter is coming into town soon. And he doesn't want to tell me what's this about, so I expect more chaos.
Of course there will be.
Just wanted to give you a warning ahead of time.
Yeah. Daniel will respond. Just a short message, just received. Not really much to it. Check in also with Dennis. Have there been any more? Have there been any more captured face dances with the scanners?
Let me roll something. It's a shit roll, Master Kosh. Yeah, in fact, they did catch another one.
I love how Grunt gives me shit for talking shit about the face dancers, and then they immediately fuck up again.
He rolled a 20. Like, what do you want from me?
Apparently, the moral arc of the universe is proving me right.
It is. Listen, the dice are their own gods. Fickle.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Fickle,
they
yes.
give me like 6 successes with Peter and his subordinates and Alexei, and sometimes they just never give Kosh a fucking win. Like, what can I?
This is why we need Peter and Alexei. They fucking suck Grunt's luck up. No other NPC can roll worth a fucking damn with these two around.
Oh god. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
They did catch a second one.
I assume he's already dead because
Yeah.
Dennis has just killed him. We can't really interrogate them.
No, and just didn't dispose of the bodies. The second one did try to like sneak in, not like the normal like, hey, I'm just a merchant. Like just physically tried to sneak into the city, but Dennis's agents with those devices that are kind of like also patrolling the streets. It's just one beep at like manages to like spot one walking down the street, and that was all it took. This one was specifically sniffing around your palace, so thank God for those devices.
Yep.
God praise the Ixians.
God praise these weird freaks. But yeah, I mean, with that, I mean, Daniel will do two things. One, he will do some prep for when Peter comes, because the Lord knows what Peter will do. Probably something that ridiculous. But Daniel is also setting the groundwork for work to start on Operation Help Hades.
Yes. As you know, there is currently a wedding that's being planned in Castrum, and Hades does have to attend that, but a couple of days later he would be back in his own city. And you can arrange an official visit. So probably in like a couple of days' time, more or less.
All right.
Sure, nothing bad will happen at that wedding in Castrum.
Yeah, why would there?
What is the worst? No, ground. Are you Mac now? Are you Doomsaying?
Yeah, I'm doomsaying.
The Hades, right? The city Hades controls that's not too far of a distance away from the spaceport, correct? Or
It's the city of Zakros on the map, northeast of Lumen on the transit system.
all right.
I wouldn't say it's close to it.
Yeah, not close. All right. In that case, part of the groundwork is going to be telling my assets in the spaceport that I want them to be ready to move for another job soon, because I don't want to leave my city without any defenses while I go help Hades.
Yeah. At the event. As well, if there's anything you want to do in this specific day, as you have arrived and you kind of like go through the routine, and I assume there's nothing else. So next day, well, next day is just unassuming. There is no word of Peter. Nothing in the city has exploded. One very calm, quiet day for you, Daniel. Because probably someone else somewhere out there is getting the shit kicked out of them instead of you. Which is always good.
It's always good when somebody else is suffering in my place, yes.
Um,
I'm sure they deserve it, whoever they are.
as arrangements are made for the new lady Aelus to join you, as your men pick her up from the train station and deliver her to the palace. Meanwhile, as kind of like the place is kind of getting a bit of a how should I say this in English? It's not an uproar, but people are definitely preparing, right? Like there's like a certain buzz around as servants are moving, making sure her quarters are prepared, everything is all right. There were like luggage to be delivered. The guards are ensuring that the security is properly maintained. Um, yeah, and this is you're kind of like I don't think you have any official duties right now, so you
No, I think
maybe just kind of like going about to be part of the greeting party, right? Because she's
yeah.
slated to arrive in like half an hour.
Would it be possible for Fiala to have? I'm not sure if she would have been able to have time to send the notice to her order about certain turn of events and all,
Oh yeah, you
or should she?
definitely would have had time to send a
Yeah,
message. What would
I would have
that
sent that
message
email.
be about?
I will send greetings to my mothers and of course pleasantries, and to basically say that I've good well, recent turn of events has found me engaged to a noble house here on the planet Azor with a man of a young man. I was hoping to find well, if my order would permit me to go forward with the marriage and union between House Rodnick, essentially. Like I said, I don't think putting in any flowery words is going to change what she's asking, and I don't think they would appreciate her trying to dodge around what she's about to ask, essentially. So she will be very much straight to the point about it.
I would sympathize with them if they weren't such assholes. Yeah, no, you can send a message. It's fine.
I'm just gonna send that out and check my computer email tomorrow, I assume.
Well, communication is a bit more slow, but yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as Scott, Daniel, you are getting ready to be part of the welcoming committee at your royal residence, or rather noble residence. Fiala, you are currently walking down the hallway to join them, and as you kind of like see Bricks kind of just leaning against one of the walls, staring at you lazily, just kind of trying to look unfazed.
I think, like I said, Fiala always has that small smile on her face as she sees Commander. God damn, I can't even say Commander Brick. Sees Brick there essentially. Oh, hello, dear Brick. Lovely to see you this evening. Are you
Uh,
looking forward to the welcoming party of our new lady?
well, I mean, I'm not that needed there. I think I'm better suited for other endeavors. Something I could I apply my talents properly.
You do have a certain set of talents that is to be appreciated, of course.
Yes, I like smashing things.
At least you know yourself as well. I'm sure, if nothing else, your skills will always be appreciated here.
I mean, at least from my understanding, half an hour. Just kind of like takes a step closer to you.
Mm. I think Fiala gives a smile and says, "Ah, Brick, you are always a delight, as always. But I will have to, well, I haven't had time to announce any new changes, but I am to be married, actually, if all things go well."
Kind of like looks at you and says, "Who's the lucky person?"
Ah, it is Lord Vodnik, Alexei Vodnik.
Is that the is that the shrimp?
A shrimp. I assume Alexei, he's taller than Alexei, so that's basically why. At least
Yes,
in,
he
yeah.
is. Brick is a brick of a man.
Well, many a man looks small in comparison to you, sir.
Even Brick is like that dumbass?
He
Even
like,
Brooks calls me.
yeah, he's like, well, I mean, you know it, but listen, be honest, I feel like you can marry whoever you want, but hey, I'm not gonna not stop people before.
Ah, yes, that is true. But I feel this particular young man, I really would not like to make him insecure, Brick. And you are a man who can make many insecure, I feel like.
It's- He just kind of like looks at you, seemingly very proud at that statement. Like, well, I have strict orders from my lord only to reciprocate, but, well, even the slow blade gets through the shield, so if you ever want my slow blade, you know where to find me. And he winks.
We
Maybe
all
we
is
can let
actually
one.
laughing.
Maybe we can let one face answer through.
Fiala actually is laughing. He's just like, your your wit is a grand thing to see, sir. Thank you for understanding. She will give a bit of a bow to him.
Not the only thing that's grand about me, and he just walks away.
Sorry, guys. He's hilarious to me.
Damn. I guess I need to be even more cringe. Yep.
I'm
No,
sorry.
Brick is a very funny guy. The problem is in character he shit talked his bosses to you. It's
That's true.
like okay. But no, I like out of character. Brick's a very funny guy. I like Brick. Brick serves his purpose. He's a simple man with simple needs and simple wants.
It's true. It is true. Um, but yeah, no. Eventually, Fiala will join the two of you as part of the greeting commission. As Lady Althea is arriving at your residence, she kind of like is a bit wide-eyed and she kind of keeps staring at things before she sees you, Scott, and kind of gives you a wide smile. Damn. Just
God,
ignoring
your
her.
wife's. Yeah.
I wanted to leave the floor to Scott, but I mean, if he's not going to respond,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't realize my mic was muted. Is this like when you say looking around? Is this the good kind? Like, oh wow,
Yeah,
look at this place.
yes, yeah. She's just kind of like stares, like she. You realize this woman has never left her city.
Oh. Oh. He walks up and greets her and gives her a slight bow. Welcome to our humble city. I hope it's to your liking.
I've never been to it. So different from, so organized, so
Different.
yeah. I just the people are very friendly.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that we've made a good first impression. And he'll extend an arm out.
Yeah, she's gonna grab it, just kind of like lean into you a bit. As the two of you approach, Daniel and Fiona were sitting a bit back.
as they approach, no, Althea,
My lord?
welcome to our city. Welcome to our house. If there is anything that can be done to make you at home, simply ask.
Of course, of course. I think did they bring in my luggage? Dennis kind of like leans a bit, kind of like whispers to you, Daniel, and says, "Yes, including the blades." She had a briefcase full of them.
Daniel nods at that. Yes, you'll find that the luggage has been brought in, and it's all been well handled.
Wonderful. Thank you, my lord. I am in your debt.
Out of character, there's a horrible word to say to Daniel.
Listen, man, Nexus are good at what they do and nothing else. Can murder people, but talking to
All
them,
right,
different game.
it's all right. It's all right. She's legally family now. Family gets allowances.
She's
what
legally
about
family.
what about the ones that you decide to set a stipend to?
That is their allowance. Listen,
uh,
Daniel sends a generous. Daniel sends what Daniel would said sends what the generous stipend to them. They are taken care of.
I just imagine it's more like a Ponzi scheme for some reason. Althea, this is Fiala. She will be your tutor.
Hello, my lady. It is an honor to meet you, and I look forward to helping you out in the best of my abilities. You were a bright spot in the House Halos.
Good. Really? She kind of like raises an eyebrow to you, Scott.
She will continue your small talk training. I will be helping you, but she will be helping you blend in better in different ways than I can help you. So you have a well-rounded education.
My boy Scott continued to talk to soldiers. Fiala here continued to talk at court.
See, we
Fiala
were
gives it a nice-
I she kind of like leans in a bit and says, I never took those acting lessons. I just talked to my sister about them.
Well, when we get back to the palace, I will explain why she is the perfect person for you.
I don't know. I'm willing to learn.
You will do amazing, trust me.
My sister can do it, so can I.
That I have no doubt. And when you see her again, you will be doing it better.
That would be certainly give me bragging rights.
Well, first thing you need to know about our house is we like nothing more than to win.
Just nods at that. Kind of like begin escorting her to your new chambers as Daniel and Fiala, you're left a bit behind as Dennis like leans in a bit to Daniel and says, arrangements with House Hades have been made, but not sure if you heard the news. Has been quite a tragic ending. Not all weddings are equal.
I've been more involved in the work as of late. What has happened?
It just recently came to my attention that what was supposed to be a wedding between the prince of the planet, Flavius Draco, and Lady Astrid Kairos, ended with a tragic death of her lady. Like, I do believe they're holding a funeral today. I don't have many details about what happened, but I hear it was quite tragic and unexpected.
I'd imagine. Fortunate, such short notice, I don't think we'll be able to attend the funeral, but I'll draft a letter. Imagine Damocles won't take it. Don't take it well.
Of course.
Out of curiosity, you said they're a little behind. Did Scott hear this? Or Fiala?
No. I mean, Fiala can probably. Fiala can try and give me a discipline roll.
Yeah, I think I will try. Nothing else. Curiosity's sake. Let's see. I think I will use my. I think I use my truth roll, or no power necessary. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. No. No. Uh,
An 18. Almost a complication.
I'm gonna say I would have been like a 2. It's he's like literally hushing, whispering.
Yeah, like I said, Fiala is curious, but not enough to really like make it her business necessary. Scott would not Scott, but Daniel would have mentioned it to her, I believe.
Yeah. Daniel is just go about his business. He will actually draft that letter, but Daniel doesn't actually care that much.
Well, yeah, I mean, they just held the funeral like 3 days after she died, and honestly, Daniel, I'll be honest with you, you were never even invited to the wedding. Fuck these people.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
Well, Damocles
It's
is an
more just
ally.
the fact that I have a working relation with Damocles.
True.
It's like, it's really just a formality of, I guess it's it's more of a formality of, I regret what happened to your house. You require assistance in tracking down the culprits.
I hope it's not that clinical.
It's not that clinical, but like that's the gist of it. Because I'm not going to actually sit down and say the whole letter.
But yeah, so you can send your condolences to Damocles, and he would. Well, it's gonna be a tough time for him, but apparently the news do report it as a tragic accident, as she apparently fell from a balcony.
Oh, isn't that convenient? So many tragic accidents on this planet.
hmm
Listen, it just happens. Like some people just suicide themselves.
Of
Some
course.
people do kill themselves by shooting themselves in the back of the head 3 times. It happens.
Yeah, and a person, you know what? She just couldn't hold her alcohol. She never drank. She started to drink, and she got tipsy and fell off the balcony. It happens all the time.
Of course, of course.
She merely fell off the balcony 2 times.
But as Daniel, you kind of like get the news, start drafting the letter, and as you have one of your servants make sure that it is delivered to Nyx. Meanwhile, Scott, you have helped Althea accommodate as she you moved into a bigger room with a better view. As Brick kind of like signals you on the comlink. My lord, there's the usual Peter. He's here.
All right. Tell Fiella, and I will be down momentarily.
Understood. Just kind of like Fiona, you're in your quarters as there's like a knock at the door.
Hello, hi.
You see Brick just kind of like, well, my lady, I was told to notify you that Peter has arrived.
Oh, what an interesting turn of events. Well, Sir Brick, I would dearly love if you would escort me there.
I would be delighted, although I would let you walk in front.
Well, very well, since she's been so good.
As yeah, he will just kind of like take a couple of steps back and like intentionally walk behind you,
God damn it, Brooke. Stop being such a funny little guy.
about half a meter.
I was gonna say, no, he's a funny guy, but he's not a funny little guy.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. We're time to bring in the silly goober. As you,
The professional funny little guy.
I would assume Scott, you would
Career
know,
goofy.
you would notify Daniel as well.
Yep.
The
he
man.
just he just doesn't, after the face dancer thing, he just doesn't trust people being who they are. So having the person who can read people is not the worst thing in the world. So yeah, he would notify Daniel right afterwards.
Daniel would make himself available to come. Yeah.
As
Peter
Scott,
has like a drive. Peter has a special drive that he has 8 in, and it's called Goofy.
funny you should say that. Does have a statement that says nobody can challenge me. And you can take that however you want. And he does have 6 in indulgence. He is.
Of course he does.
He is, yes.
Just a funny little guy.
The statement it is, I will have my fun.
I respect that.
But yeah, Daniel, you kind of like get ready as Scott. You get there first. You can see that Peter has there's like leaves and dirt, but his clothing looks a bit kind of like dirty. As the guards seem to be very weary of him as they kind of like await you there.
Stand down.
My mistake as per usual, Lord Elias. You must forgive me.
Yeah, all is forgiven. Please come. I'm sure my uncle would like to see you.
One of the men would approach you and just kind of like, he tried to sneak into one of the cargo containers, sir.
He's eccentric.
Just nods. They look like they've been having a hard time with him.
Yeah, come on, Peter. I'll take responsibility for him, guys.
Yeah, I'll follow around and say, should congratulations be in order for you now?
She's not here, right? Because I don't want her seeing this
No.
crazy. I know you're
She's-
seeing crazy day one.
Yeah, she's in her room, it's fine.
All right. Yeah. Sorry you didn't get an invitation. It was a very small affair.
So not worry. It's plenty busy. Someone like me has to run around. Which was why I'm here now, because there may be some interesting information that your uncle might want to learn. As part of our beneficial relationship together, I'm willing to offer, not rumors, but, potential opportunities in the future if things work out. But anyways, congratulations, my lord. It must feel wonderful to just find the love of your life.
I've never really asked, but is there a Mrs. in your life? I won't, like, you do business trips, so I don't know, but is there someone you're looking at?
He just shakes his head, says, what kind of person would look at me now? With all my weird ideas.
There's I've been to many planets, and there's billions upon billions. So statistically, there's somebody out there for everybody.
You're not wrong about that. I feel like I'm losing the odds game.
Listen, You're bound to get a win eventually. There's somebody out there. I got faith. You're
Oh,
not
there's
bad.
I listen. I have my eyes on someone, but you know how they say about unreciprocated love.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It is the wound
Peter,
of the soul.
Peter. We have to have drinks. We need to talk about this.
I wish could, but to respect a woman's privacy. I feel like I cause enough trouble for them as it is.
Peter, come on. You gotta give me something. Do they at least like to drink?
Occasionally. They do have a more soft spot for cake, I've seen.
Cake. All right. Well, hey, listen. Don't give up. Just be your charming self, and maybe don't break into through their window.
Oh no,
Women tend
I
not.
think I will do that.
Okay. Hey, listen, it worked for Romeo, I guess.
What about the backflip?
Listen, is she into athletic guys?
I don't think that's the. I'm not an athletic person, but I can risk straining myself maybe once. Have a rope. Maybe put a mattress underneath it, just in case I like fall.
Well, I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying like find what she's interested in. What are her interests?
She's interesting and yeah, no. Suppose you're right. I suppose I should just have a date.
Yeah, go on a date. Talk to her. Talk about her. Find out what she's interested in. Maybe bring a gift. I don't know.
Seems to be thinking about stuff. Walks. Eventually, you get to Daniel's room, the office. As you open the door, and Daniel, is Scott leading Peter, and who Peter looks like he has been literally just pulled out of the dumpster. Smells of oil and
I do assume you tried to break into one of my facilities again.
Well, they did find me in one of the cargo containers for the train. Listen, I need to make sure that your security is up to snuff, my lord, and they do seem to have improved quite a lot.
Yes. I got some men that I worked with in my old days. And that are competent, that I can trust.
Wonderful, because I think you might be needing them. Things are, things are about to change. Well, things have been changing, but I think, I'm not sure if you've heard. Tragic accident happened at the lovely city of Castrum. Suicide, I'm told. Or at least I will be told, and you will be told, and everybody will be told.
Everyone will be told. Nobody will believe it.
Well, it does seem very convenient. At least for some people. But political machinations of high nobility do not concern me. But economics do. Tell me, and I don't want this to seem as a slight against any of your very competent, highly trained men, as the doors to the office open and a brick, you see kind of like Fiala walk in with the brick, walking behind her, clearly just staring at her ass. It's not even pretending.
Brick. That will be all.
Have a good day, my lords, and he bows and
Good evening, my lords.
It's like, hello to you, madame.
Hello to you too as well, sir. An interesting set of attire you have on, I see.
Well, some of us cannot take first class.
I'm sure you're a man who can go anywhere you need to go.
I wish. Because there is one place where I cannot seem to enter, and that is the human heart. One day, maybe. Back to business, Daniel.
Yes.
So I was just saying, would you be interested in procuring? Well, I would say there are not just competent fighters, but adept bodyguards. I mean that. I mean truly, truly adept bodyguards.
Acquiring additional assets is never off the table, but I would have to ask who these men are, what their qualifications are.
Sure, you've heard of the Guinness School of Swordsmanship? Supposedly better than the Sardukar themselves.
Yes, heard of them. I suppose in my wildest dreams I could afford one.
Ah, you see, I'm not talking about a master swordsman, I'm talking about a desperate one. Desperate people do sell themselves quite cheaply. And well, the
They
Guinness
do.
school does tend to like to project their worth a bit more than they actually are. Not everyone's an accomplished, legendary swordsman. Some of them do have to go by, and they're still completely out of the league of your normal soldier. But when you stand against legends, even extremely competent, highly trained people seem rather bland. So let's just say that prices may fluctuate. At least they may soon enough. There may be an opportunity in the near future. Can't tell exactly when. Things are still in motion. I need to find the right people to handle this. Someone I can play it off the back of.
I'll keep my eyes open and my ears listening. I do appreciate the heads up, as it were.
I will be honest. I think recruiting one of these people might be a very useful endeavor for you. But you have other things, so I nominate someone else to go in your stead.
Do you have any ideas on who you would nominate?
I would send the Bene Gesserit. After all, what better excuse and cover would she have? Because you see, this is a sword festival. Someone like you, Daniel, as much as I like you, would stand out quite a bit. Scott, maybe? Although I hear you're recently married, Scott. I'll tell you this, a wife demands attention and you should feel that.
If a swords festival, I'm pretty sure she could add some blades to her collection. As Scott thinks about the box that he had just unloaded, like
I wouldn't recommend. I intend to sell them at full the market price.
I would be disappointed if he didn't. Uh, Daniel, it's up to you, but I don't mind going.
Can you afford the price though? I intend to, you know what they say, hype it up. Will cost you dearly. And well, why spend your own money when you have someone who's definitely willing and able, can be your eyes and ears, and you know for a fact they will not lie to you because they are incapable of such a thing. Like young Lord Alexi, for example.
Yeah, if Alexi's going uh, with his new.
Daniel leans back. Ah. No. Oh. Bene Gesserit you've sent me has had a flight of fancy with that young lord. I doubt their story will end as happily as love stories Alexei reads. Fiala, go to this festival. Be my eyes and ears there, and in between your mission, I suppose, spend the time you can with the Lord, for you receive orders otherwise from your superiors.
Ah, thank you, my lord. I will do as you command.
Wonderful. Then I will make sure to notify you as soon as details become a bit more concrete. I need to swindle a few people first.
Huh. Wish you luck in that.
So easy, I don't need any luck. These people will believe anything. And you know what makes the world go round? Greed.
Everyone wants something.
Just need to figure out what it is. Wonderful, then I shall not delay you anymore. My job here is done. I don't wish to cause more chaos. Congratulations on the wedding again, my lord Scott. May you have many wonderful moments with your lovely wife. And I'm sure that Lexi, I'll make sure that I'll reserve one of those blades for her especially.
Thank you, my lord. And remember what we talked about.
Yes, I will definitely share my interests with you over drinks when I have the time. I am such a busy person after all. Bye. And he just storms out. Just,
Got one insight on that one.
Sure, be my guest.
Interesting.
Yes. Would it be an understand or a I assume understand actually.
Yeah, you can use discipline as well.
That's true. And
This is the best. This is the best time to try to incite Peter. Greg doesn't have 15 debt to spend, and you guys fucked it up.
Well, no, but I still have one, so I mean, what are you inciting exactly?
I leak for at least for Fiala. She wants the insight if Peter is necessarily lying about sharing his emotion with Scott, and if this is true that he seems to be having something else going on, Lady Troubles. It seems.
I want to know if he's embarrassed and runs away.
Oh, you both rolled 2 successes. Listen, man, Peter is Peter. He may just be embarrassed, or he may just want to throw you off the trail. You never know when he might just show up at your room with like a bottle of scotch and be like, let's chat. He doesn't seem to think he has lady problems, though. He seems to want you to think he has lady problems.
I don't know. It was very specific. I'm gonna wait and see. Hopefully, he talks to me.
Yeah, well, maybe in the future.
Maybe.
But yes, no, he did roll
Hmm.
a 3. So yeah.
Damn it.
Fine.
An interesting. An interesting. I wonder what scheme he has exactly. I wonder what role you're going to have in it, Fiala.
It's more exciting to see that there's a tournament with Guinness swordsmen, or at least I don't think he told us it was a Guinness swordsman, but there's gonna be at least one, so I'm going on to that
He
assumption.
mentioned something about the swords festival. Like there's no
Yeah.
like didn't give too many details. He did say that he plans on bringing some desperate Guinness swordsmen like within your reach, so you can like make offers to them. That was kind of like the implication.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. It's Enrico, isn't it?
No,
No,
Rico has a job.
Enrico is actually loyal. You cannot buy him.
You don't want him.
We don't. Huh. Scott's gonna look at Daniel. What do you think? A swordsman?
Even a Guinness swordsman that has fallen on hard times or has not completed his full training is a cut above just about most people you'll find in the galaxy. If you can get one at an affordable price, you'd be a crazy man to pass up on it.
Dennis actually speaks up and says it might be a good replacement for Brick in the future.
Maybe.
Scott's gonna turn to Fiala. Fiala, can you leave and go make sure my wife is all situated? I want to talk to Daniel about a few things, and I'll be right there.
I understand, my lord. I will go see the Lady Alice and make sure she's having a wonderful time. She kind of like gives a bow and doesn't really fight you with your dismissal of her, essentially, as she goes and hunts down your wife, I guess.
Once she leaves, he's gonna make my lord.
Boy.
Scott kind of looks. I'd actually like permission to go in a non-official capacity because I think if a breakup does happen with Alexi, I don't think it's going to go well for either one of them, especially with Alexi being Alexi.
You wish to go in a personal capacity? Grant you
They-
leave to do so.
Okay. Also, I'm pretty sure you're
that this costs money and you have one will.
cost money.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets.
And,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're gonna
and they're
have free entrance.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
That's why Peter was like, "Yeah, why don't you let someone else spend money on this stupid thing? You just need like the contact." You don't-
Oh yeah, no, then fuck it. Let Fiala go. I didn't know this was money. I thought this
Yeah.
was like a
yeah.
fair.
There's a reason when Daniel's saying you can have personal leave. It's like you're not spending my money to go. Like, you have your own
No, I
money.
thought this
It,
was.
it will
Sorry, I
cost
was
you
thinking
one
this
wealth. Yeah, and you have like
I thought
one
this
left.
was like. I thought this was like a county fair where you just kind of go and then
The
you pay
fuck
for
no,
the
this is
attraction.
No.
yeah, you'll see. You'll see. I'll
You know how much money Gary Goldman embezzled to get this? They need to make money, man. They need to make money.
Shit, never mind. I thought this was just gonna be like a fun little away thing.
No,
No.
definitely not.
where the top tier swordsmen of the galaxy show up. Okay. Just a little county fair.
Just a little. Well, it's a little house.
Scott, listen, you need to understand, Scott. Other people in the business of making money. I don't know what you're doing, but other
Hold on.
people are making money, or at least trying to.
Look, if you could do the one thing no man wants to do and ask your friend if you would borrow some cash to go visit.
I would rather die than
Alexi
do
would
that.
probably lend you the money.
Well,
I
of
think
course,
Lexi would just give me the money. I think it'd
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, Lexi, can I come with you?"
best friend. Can you pay
Yeah.
for my wife as well?
Actually, can he pay for like you as well? I don't even know if he has them.
Oh no.
Oh no,
It's
can he
not.
even go?
He can definitely. Yeah, he could pay for you. He has 4 wealth.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
no.
I'll just ask Alexi.
Yeah, he'll spend.
I thought you were saying. I was gonna ask Fiat, but no, I'll just ask Alexi
Yeah.
because I think I was like, "Hey, Alexi, can I come with you?"
Lead this man dry.
What? Listen,
Too
what are
pleased.
friends?
Break his
Listen,
heart, take his money.
listen. You're gonna fuck my advisor. The least you could do is let me watch the train wreck.
What?
Yeah. But yeah, no.
Is it just you going?
How much do I want to bleed my friend, my best friend?
How would you leave your best friend, man? You gonna leave your wife home alone while you going to say me and the boys are gonna go?
Hey, I never got a bachelor
The
party.
boys and also this beautiful Ben and Gesserit are gonna go on a trip, honey. You stay here.
You stay here and keep an eye. You know what? Yeah, I'll bring her along. It's a sword place.
Worse, you ask her, she has to buy her own ticket.
Hey, I hope you brought your own funds. I asked Daniel. He said he wouldn't spend 1 red cent. I had to get my suit secondhand. The first-
The second Daniel heard I can gain the benefits without having to go, that's great. You just can spend your own fucking money.
Well, that was
Yeah.
the plan, but apparently Scott's like, no, you can.
No,
you can-
I'm curious. I have been. I've only there's.
It's,
I only see a few houses, and also, this is also like the technically distant family, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Why not? We need to get more connections and meet people, anyways.
Also, just talk with Damocles. Ask for a free entry.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean,
He is
after
your.
the-
He is
Based
your.
on
Yeah.
oh,
based on what I've heard from the talks of the other games, Damocles likes you.
let's ask. Red, is that true? Does Damocles like Scott?
He seems to as well. He's just like, yeah, the other guy's a little bit, but I also think he was trying to like throw off the scent of the fact that the marriage is being broken. So he might have been lying to us. Didn't really
He was
do a really good
absolutely
insight.
lying to you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think he was. So I think he does
Yeah.
actually like you guys as a whole.
I think that'd be funny if it was the reverse. Like, I like. I lied. I'm sorry, guys. I really do like Daniel, but fuck that Scott guy.
You know, call your father-in-law and ask for an entrance. You should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just
Yeah.
bleed the lecture dry. I guess that's also.
You know what? I like. I could ask that because I would be like,
Beg on the streets.
But yeah.
I'll just ask Damocles if I could just come. That would be simpler.
So yeah.
No, lol.
Hey, sorry about your daughter. Hey, can I come to your party?
Then yeah. Then it says, "Oh, I guess it will be a good learning experience for you, Scott. Politics and sword fighting."
Yeah, I think I need the. If I'm being honest, us meeting more people and getting our name out there, especially now being more in the spotlight like we are, it wouldn't be the worst thing to meet and greet in these kind of social settings. And after a certain passing, it might not be the worst idea to show our support in some way.
He kind of like looks at you, Daniel, and says, "I think he will be safe with the Bene Gesserit with him. If they try and sneak up on him, she will be able to alert him to their presence."
Daniel just a wave of the hand. He will be as safe as he can be.
And yeah. Meanwhile, Fiala, you head to Althea's room, I guess.
Yes.
As you kind of like knock on the door, and she kind of like yells for you to come in. And you open, you see her unpacking about like 6 large blades on the table.
Fiala takes a impressed look at them. I assume they're well maintained and taken care of.
Yes. Different lengths, probably for different purposes, and different variety types, but yeah.
What a
And
wonderful collection, my lady.
she looks at him and says, just a little something to remind me of home.
That was always good. Never always good to remind us of our roots. I was informed by Lord Scott to make sure you are well and that you are comfortable.
Yes, what exactly are you gonna teach? Because I know my sister was taught how to smile, laugh, be polite, all that nonsense.
Well, from my conversation with Lord Scott and what I gather as well, there are many other nuances that could be of use. I have a particular set of skills to not just make social settings more comfortable for everyone else, but well, I am a Bene Gesserit, so my skills lie in as well as other avenues as well.
Stares at you a bit blankly. Bronson says,
Hmm.
well, I guess we'll set up a time and a schedule. It's not like I have that many responsibilities here for now.
Yes. I believe you will find yourself very, very comfortable here, and we will make sure the routine is at a level that you feel not overwhelmed, I will say. I'm looking forward to our lessons.
As she just nods. As Scott, you make your way back to your wife's room. Open the door, you see the 2 women talking a bit.
I think Fiala is just like asking questions about herself because she's basic. I have to understand that there's a lot she's gonna have to teach her,
Yeah,
at least in her mind. Yeah.
everything. Apparently,
Yeah.
gonna be some heavy lessons. Yeah.
Oh, hello, my lord.
Hello. I talked to Daniel, and I'm going to be drafting a letter to Damocles, but we'll be attending the festival separate but together.
Oh,
Festival.
wonderful.
Yes, I'm going to see about you, me,
What
Fiala,
festival?
Swordsman Festival.
Oh, it's kind of like lit up. I never knew anything about this.
Yeah, I figure it would be a nice honeymoon.
OPSEC?
A
What's
double
that?
date.
Like
What?
literally, Peter was like, "Yeah, no, this is. I'm giving you the inside scoop before things are settled." He immediately walked straight to the room. Told her, "Yeah, let's. I learned about this secret upcoming festival that I'm gonna send a letter to Damocles about." It's like, what?
Oh yeah, because Peter hasn't announced it yet. So
Oh,
it's
Peter hasn't. Yeah. Well, it's not like we're gonna send it now this second because he
Peter
just
will-
lost it.
Peter will just kill your entire family, Daniel. I'm sorry. This is breach of security. This is really fucking badly.
Well, you mean like the 3 people in this room who are not gonna do anything?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You think Althea will not say anything?
But,
You can retcon it if you want. If you can retcon this if you want.
yeah. All right. Yep. I'm
Worse
gonna
than
write.
anything Cletus ever did. This is actually unironically worse than anything Cletus ever did.
Sure.
Oh, I guess I thought wife and trust, but apparently those. I was also told not to keep secrets from her, but I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll retcon that.
Just make it as a surprise thing.
Yeah, you can trust her. It's the problem is she might be like, well, it's time to lie to your entire family, dear. Like,
Yeah.
Tell her it's a surprise date you have planned
no,
for her.
I'm going to say I hope you are settling in nicely.
Yes, I am. Actually, like, you see the blades on the table. And says, I was just talking to Lady Fiala here about the training lessons.
I hope you don't mind uh the training lessons. I think they would be uh great support to your arsenal.
She nods and says, well, if you think it's for the best, I will endeavor to satisfy.
Just being yourself is all I need you to be.
Clearly not, since I have to train.
From what Lord Scott has told me, it's not you can always be yourself with him. It's for what others outside of your inner circle would carry. And of course, this is a chance to, well, learn more about what secrets they have from you as well. Another weapon in the field.
Thought this was just gonna be smile, bow, and learn how to talk about nothing while still maintaining conversation.
Oh no, my lady. There's going to be more to it.
Question to Daniel. Would he have given, because he did give his speech about open and honesty, without talking about everything, would Daniel have given him permission to catch her up to speed for her own safety, minus the illegal stuff and anything else that he might want reckon out?
If you would like, I mean, honestly, Daniel would probably probably talk to her at some point that how there has been an infiltrator caught. One was trying to get into the palace, not telling her that they're face dances, but telling her that yes, there have been attempts to breach the security.
Yeah. So Scott will sit her on the bed and sit next to her and explain everything up to the point without their involvement in the murder and the face dancers and the illegal equipment.
Yeah,
But
you
everything
basically, yeah,
kind of,
I mean, everything. I will assume you don't. You tell her the parts she needs to know about. Kind of like she's not gonna be shocked. Like, oh, there's assassins after us. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that. That's nothing that will worry her specifically. She knows, and after Fiala will take her leave, she will actually show you that she's hidden about 4 different weapons throughout the room. She always carries like hidden knives on her. Her shield is always, her settings always get adjusted just so she can confuse potential future enemies. This woman is as paranoid as you can probably get, at least from what you've seen.
Oh, so
Right.
she's the most prepared to survive right now. Great.
She is in fact thinking about things probably you even haven't considered. Like, no, that's actually a good idea, kind of things.
So your role in the house will be to assist Dennis and help me with matters when they arise.
She'll nod.
I want you to realize that this is your home and that you should feel safe here. But I'm not going to lie. Things are about to get a little bit more hectic. And I'm not really good at this, but I'm glad to have you here.
She'll nod on that end, you know. Do remember, Scott, that her sister was also almost killed in an assassination attempt not that long ago. So,
Yeah.
These things happen.
Yeah.
More often than you would think. So, everyone's a bit more paranoid within like the noble world.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything else any of you would like to do before we do the whole visit to Lord Hades?
I don't think I got any information back from my order, right? I'm good.
No, and there's no reply yet.
Nope.
Okay.
They're gonna wait to yell at you in person.
A message
Probably.
got sent to spam directly.
Damn. Well, they should check their folders. It's fine. It's good.
Like an irreverent superior mother got a message from me. He's like, "Oh, I'll fucking read that later. I'm not ready for this headache right now."
I just left the planet. I just left the planet less than 24 hours ago. What could she have
I
possibly done?
literally just left that city. What the fuck could she possibly be messaging me about?
Heck.
Private story.
She fucked him, didn't they? She fucked him. Either the old man or the boy. Can't be any worse. Who the fuck is Alexi?
He sells fish.
Sounds like 4 wealth. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 wealth.
Yeah, so you prepare you prepare yourselves rather, as I assume all of you will head out to the city of Zakros.
Yep. Get ready. Prepare the men that I'm going to be taking with me.
Yeah, it will be an entire squad that will have to sweep the city more or less, and basically verify kind of like the Hades's personal kind of advisors and anyone that's close to him, more or less. Because that's like his main issues. Like, well, I need to be able to trust at least some people. So, yeah, I mean, you all down there as you will be greeted and escorted. This is under the pretense of this noble visit, one house to another. These things happen usually to discuss business arrangements and well, nobody really looks too much into these sort of events. As once you're inside the noble's residence, you get escorted kind of like to a sort of a nice room, much larger. That you were told that Dorian will be with you momentarily. As you are left alone, and it's the three of you plus how many people you want to bring with you, Daniel. Like personally, I'm not talking about the people that are spreading through the city with the devices, scanning shit.
Yeah, personally, I'd say Daniel would have. I'd say he'd have, because honestly, Scott's with him, the Bene Gesserit's with him. I'd say he'd only have like maybe 1 or 2 guys with him.
Yeah.
Ostensibly, there. One's a god, one's an assistant. Ostensibly.
Yeah. So eventually, about 10 minutes later, Dorian arrives. He kind of like walks in alone. My lords, my lady, welcome, my humble residence.
Thank you for having us.
I was thinking that I can, well, show you a tour of the place, and you can signal every time you think you spot something fishy.
Did you have a signal in mind?
You can like have like a hand gesture.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, fuck, former smugglers, simple enough for us to do.
Yeah. And you can definitely tell he is very stressed. Presumably, the quote unquote suicide attempt put him so far on the edge that he might have just lost his shit if you didn't step in at this point.
Guy gives him a reassuring smile.
And
We got this.
yeah, he'll start leading you through the place, making sure, like, you can see that this place was kind of like arranged in such a way that servants kind of like constantly pass you, and it's always someone different. Guards are stationed at all the hallway entrances to make sure that, of course, you are properly secured. Although it's just to check and make sure there are loyal guards that you can trust. Advisors come and introduce different aspects. Some of them he calls with suddenly it's like, excuse me, I need to talk with my advisor about something, and he brings them over, chats about something completely irrelevant. Fiala, you can get to smell the air, so to speak.
Okay.
I would say this would be could be discipline. You don't have any focus for this.
Yeah, I don't think I necessarily would have. Let's see.
Question, Grunt.
Hmm.
This is a little bit like retroactive, but knowing that I would have spoken to my men and probably Fiala about this because they are the ones who were going to be vital for this mission. Essentially, I want to use the stirring rhetoric. When you succeed at a communication test to address a group of people, you may select a number of those people equal to your communicate skill. Those characters may re-roll a single d20 on the next test they attempt, which uses the same drive that you used on your communicate
That's
test.
fine. You give me a communicate roll, but difficulty 2.
Communicate, and honestly, it's going to be power. It's going to be power because Daniel's going to stress these people that we need to crush these people that we are here to root out. If we fail, they will strike back harder than we can imagine.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah. All right. You know what? Buy one threat to get one extra die.
Yeah, that's
So
also one momentum. Yeah, no, they are definitely emboldened. So, Yala, when you roll, you can reroll one of those d20s if it's not good.
if she's using power, it should mention.
Yeah.
If she's
Yeah, I was planning to use power anyway because I kind of already know that there's some stuff going on. Is it all right for me to spend 2 threat to get 4 dice pool, or should I just stick with 1?
we do have the one momentum you spend as well.
Yeah, you can
That's true, and
spend
okay.
1 momentum and 1 threat, and you'll gain.
And I also have my hyper awareness, so when I spend a momentum, some information, I can use that as well. Okay,
True.
so I have 1
You
momentum,
can
1
in
threat.
fact just spy additionally on Hades.
Yeah.
If this is the moment you're like, this advisor seems a bit too capable, kill them.
It's more of a if they are the bot a fake or not is the main thing I would use it for if that goes wrong. But I will.
Jesus.
Nice. I will mention. Wait, you did just succeed in all of them because it's 2 crits. I was about to say you could re-roll one of those. You could get another crit.
You rolled 15.
I can reroll, yeah, if it's all right.
Yeah.
1d10, right?
Yeah. No, 1d20.
1d20. Sorry, thank you.
Well, it's not a crit. Is it actually a crit?
I don't think she had a focus now.
No, yeah.
For power, yeah.
Well, it's still 6 successes, so that's yeah, I'll just make Master Kosh crying into it.
That's a gosh.
Listen, man, the Benetalax
If
can't
you
win
just
shit.
paid me that fucking bonus.
Damn. If I only knew. If they only knew that the fuck. This is the $50 all over again.
This is just the $50 fucking Malkavian feud
Yes.
magnified. Yeah.
Can't
They're
believe
just-
it.
Cash, like, what the fuck did I do to these people? Why are they fucking up my plans?
You forget to hit that enter clip when you set out for the PayPal.
like Mr. Kosh is like, I understand that this is business, but this is starting to feel personal.
But yeah, so you. I would say, by the way, because I rolled for your people, they also got 3 successes. Just FYI. So,
Cool. Is that would they gain the benefit of the roll as well?
No, because they got like a. Actually, I could like aim for a second crit if you want, because they did get a crit and a success. If you want to fish, if it fails,
yeah,
I will keep the last dice roll. So I don't know if you want to.
Honestly, I'll say this: 3 successes from them is good enough. Yeah, if they had gotten less successes, I'd say it, but 3 successes is good for them.
Yeah. So, as you, I'll say this, Fiala. There's one advisor for Dorian that they don't smell right. There's that faint odor, and one of the guards. And as you do your best to signal them, everything else seems to be in order. Although your men do catch 2 more into the city. One posing as just some sort of security guard for a local business, and the other one as a merchant. And you do spend the rest of the day just kind of like combing through it this very cleanly. And by the end of the day, there's 4 dead waste dancers.
Mr. Kosh punching air right now.
And have shit. As yeah, you eventually kind of like sit down with Dorian in his office, Daniel. It's you, Scott. Probably Fiala as well. See, like this. Thank you for your help. I was quite close to losing my mind there.
Quite welcome. Serves everyone's interests, really. Get the Benetalaxu on the back foot.
Well, and I guess I don't remember what exactly were the terms of your arrangement.
So Daniels actually gave rather generous terms and just that we would talk about how to arrange our businesses in such a way that they're not directly competing with each other and rather benefiting each other. And Daniel even said, we'll negotiate that after I've helped you with this. So there's not like anything hard on the table that Daniel
Yeah.
demanded for this.
So yeah, he'll just say, "Well, I think this, you as always deliver and still are the best and most capable noble I've interacted with in a long, long while. As you know, I'm sure now that I can really trust some of my people. House Hades specializes in information gathering, infiltration. We have some of the better spies and infiltrators across the planet. I'm sure there is we can find ways to benefit from this mutual relationship.
Indeed. I think there are. Daniel is going to lean forward a bit. I'd like to negotiate more on the side of our... We can call it, I suppose, or less than straightforward assets that we have.
And like nods.
The spaceport. Well, I'll say that the men that you saw here today, those are the men I had in the spaceport. Quite capable men. I'll be sending them back, of course, to resume their operations there. And why don't we start there with the negotiations? Spaceport is a... How do we divide the responsibilities of the underworld of the spaceport?
My business lies in information trading. Your business lies more in the transportation industry. I'll make sure that eyes and ears are turned to a different direction while you take your goods, and anyone that tries to sniff around for you, I will give you a warning. Provide false information. That sort of things.
Yeah, Daniel nods at that. Yes. Exchange for that, should House Hades or its assets acquire the use of Alias's shipping contacts, movement in and out off the planet and movement around the planet, this can be provided. And should my men, their off-world operations, hear anything that is of interest, a whisper in their right ear can convey the information.
I'll nod. Right now, I will focus my efforts on Charybdis and their assets. Make sure that we are in the know if they try to move things at least too quickly.
Yes, it's likely. It is the last known, or last obvious stronghold the Talaxu have on this world is through Charybdis. And Lord Charybdis strikes me as a man who is a more willing partner than either of us were.
I will be upfront with you, my lord. I think that this is as much as a declaration of war as we can possibly give them. You escaping from their yoke might have been a fortunate coincidence. Now that helped me deal with the spies, and if you've dealt with the actual spies, then I expect severe retaliation in the near future. I'm not sure how it will. I'm not sure how that will manifest. I will try and prepare. I will try to scour all the networks I have. But you must be prepared for anything.
Scott's gonna, if there's a napkin, he's gonna write something down on it and pass it to Daniel, and it's gonna just say,
I think you cut out there. I'll repeat that.
legal, based.
Oh no. Dick,
I'm sorry, what?
you're cutting
What?
off.
It's about the Mutual Defense Pact to not make their head house more suspicious instead of more underhanded.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that. You cut out really bad.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
He's basically run the thing, Mutual Defense Pact legal, mostly to insinuate to not raise suspicion from their head house or their patron house at the moment. So it's like we're trying to sweep them out from under them. But I figured Daniel will find a way, but try to broach that subject.
You're not doing like an official military alliance, though.
No, but just like under the guise of something else.
Well, I think that's why Daniel has been approaching this strictly through our illegal assets and their illegal assets. Officially, our houses are not going to be connected, but
Exactly.
our criminal operations are helping each other.
All right.
But yeah. Yes, though. If we're going to survive this, we'll have to find something that will make pursuing this vendetta against us too costly. We won't be able to. There will be no military victory over them, nor influence-wise, but if we can get the right piece of information, the right bit of blackmail, we may convince them to back off.
I'll nod. There's nothing else you wish to discuss.
I'm not sure if this would be forward, but does Hades have any information on what might have happened at the wedding?
No. Yeah, if you like bring
Okay.
that subject up, he'll just be like, I am as stumped as you are. It was very sudden, and the only report I've managed to get, House Draco is very, very tight with their security. I know this for a fact. Their personal White Serpent fighting forces very hard to breach and corrupt. But the only one I've managed to procure an eyewitness statement. They informed me it was suicide. She jumped. They even had a Suk doctor apparently investigate and came to the same conclusion.
A convenient conclusion.
Was told that the young lord was devastated. I was there at the funeral event, brother. At least the Kairos family looked rather grieved. I did keep my distance this whole incident has, well, bad luck written all over it. I've tried to distance myself from it as much as possible. It did seem like a failed attempt from House Kairos to grab power too quickly. I'm not sure if... I'll tell you this, my lords. Breaking through Castrum security, that's no easy feat. And if you tell me there's an assassin that can do that, why would they go after the future wife of the prince? Unless that arrangement made it very politically inconvenient for you. And I do believe, from my brief discussions and interactions with Lord Flavius, is that he is not a man with a head for politics. He is maybe a dedicated son, you could say. His father, though, his father does have a rather ruthless streak. I don't want to peddle useless suggestions, useless theories. I have no proof for this. Now, Flavius is back on the market, so to speak. And he can marry something that would actually bring benefit to their house.
I wouldn't put it past the man. But there are many individuals that I think there are many parties that have had an interest in her death. Ultimately, pontificating on the matter does not do any benefit right now, but perhaps the matter can be looked into, or perhaps the matter will resolve itself. If there is something there, I have a feeling it will not be hidden forever.
He'll nod.
Yes, but there's nothing else, at least not officially. I'll have one of my men, Dennis. He'll be in contact. I think you and him will get along.
He'll nod, and there's no other questions for him. And guess we'll probably call the session with this.
Unless the others have anything they want to ask, Daniel will give them leave to ask questions if they have any questions they want to ask directly.
No, I think for Fiala, she doesn't really have any questions that she could bring up for House Hades as of right now.
Yeah, same with Scott. Scott's not really interested in digging up dirt at the moment
Yeah,
because there's
it might
nothing
change.
really. Yeah. Like, he could ask about Peter, but like, why?
We can open that kind of worms.
Nah, not yet.
It quoted Dennis. Quote it again.
Hades dies in like a week after. Like, shit.
Fuck subtlety. He fucking Master Cuss will just hire an army of mercenaries. Orbital bombardment time. Who needs
That
to
worked.
fight? Fucking dodge this asshole.
But yeah.